All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Too much space. Not enough space. Anyway.
That's all right. We'll jump into 2 cents.
Jump into 2 cents.
Were you done with Craig Kilby?
Well, I was saying that just to close on that, I'm a lifelong fan. He's got check out this podcast. Shameless plug. How much I love you, Kilby. One day you'll maybe follow us like Mr. Stephen A. Smith's fan club is doing now. Stephen A. Smith's fan club is following us, by the way. How ironic how you said, he said something the other day. It sounded an awful lot like you.
What are you talking about, Stephen A. Smith's fan club?
His Facebook page, they're following us. He's one of the followers.
Stephen A. Smith Facebook page?
Is following
Get the
us.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's on there. You can find. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go, America.
So Stephen A. Smith's fan.
They follow. They're following us. They are following us. You brought it to my attention. That's why I went and looked.
I didn't.
You said, dude, he said something this week. It sounded like something we used to say or something we said. So
Well, no, he said the same Belichick shit you've been saying for 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. So when you go to followers, following.
Dear God. Dude, what have you been watching on this profile that this is...
You have a problem with her?
Not at all.
Then shut the fuck up.
The name of the page, RJ, is...
It's one of...
Sit on it and rotate. What the fuck?
Look!
Stephen, get the fuck
He's following us.
It's fake.
No, it's not fake. He's following us. He's following us.
It's got to be fake.
He says something that I've been saying for years all of a sudden, and then he tells me it's fake. Well, where's he getting it from? He never uttered a syllable like that before. What the fuck are you talking about? Now suddenly,
That would be the greatest moment of all time.
now suddenly,
If
he
we
said
find
something
out
you've been saying for 3
that
years.
fucking Stephen A. Smith
I'm saying,
is scraping content.
dude, my pulse from the fan base I get up there, my pulse from I hear from the fan base is they're never going to forgive Belichick for letting Brady go. He said that on the fucking air. That was before he said that.
His pulse is you.
Oh, Dozer.
Let's go.
Dozer.
2nd and 17, pick up 8.
Man's name is D. Johnson. They call him Dylan. We call him Dozer.
Oh, so Oregon's out of timeout.
Dozer.
I think you just run it again, right?
We'll just hand it to Dozer. Dozer can run you into the playoffs.
I don't think you mess around and
No,
throw
don't
this
throw
ball.
this. Don't throw another pass. 3rd and 9. Get it down to below a minute. Call a timeout so you don't get a 5-yard penalty and go for the first down. If you don't get it, you punt it and pin them back. But they can't stop the clock again.
Yeah.
So just don't take a 5-yard penalty here. Call the timeout when it gets down to 1 and then run a play. And then don't stop
And
it
honestly,
again.
Penix won this fucking game, and then there was a holding call on a run play.
Yeah,
which, at this stage, there's no reason to get a holding call. The game would be over.
Yeah, game would have been over.
You don't... It's okay if he gets tackled in the backfield. The clock is done.
So now what you do is you run a play here, and then whatever it is, just like don't throw it, don't stop the clock. You run the ball.
Whether it's do not run out of bounds.
Do not run out of bounds. The QB,
No holding.
I honestly do a QB boot up the middle or something. I spread everybody out, and if you can't throw it or roll them out, run it, and then slide. Just slide.
See, the problem with this is I'm already freaking done.
You're sticking to one.
It's just so delicious.
So deliciously glorious. Deliciously succulent.
Actually, I could have just another soda.
You could, but we're trying to stay on the 2-for-1 tip here. 2-to-1 ratio.
That's good.
Have another water. It's refreshing and good. Stop it. It's good for you. And I know you're not taking your water.
All right, let me get
Anyway,
to
2 cents with
cents.
Tommy. I'm going to give the man the floor here. Says it's a positive one.
It is.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
It's positive. It's heartfelt.
I'm looking forward.
And, I think sometimes we need a little of that because
Yeah, we do.
we get into the old taking out our anger on athletes that have done nothing wrong. We have a shitty day, and then we watch a game where a guy makes a mistake, and it's what the fuck are you doing? So I wanted to recognize an athlete on my favorite. Oh yes, go down.
Dozer.
3rd and 9, Dozer runs for 25.
Dozer just ended it.
Let's go.
It's over.
They're playing for
It's
clicks.
over.
We're playing for wins.
Hey, enjoy that bowl game on December 28th.
So, Mitchell Robinson, center for the New York Knicks, is a guy that I have repeatedly, I don't like to say real mean things about him, but
Hornswoggle.
I have disrespected his game a little bit.
What game?
I've called him clumsy. But I wanted to give him a shout out because I saw a story on the game the other night. They were interviewing his high school coach,
Oh.
who was at the game watching him play.
In Madison Square Garden. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay.
I think that's where they were.
Okay.
And he's an old man. Mitchell Robinson brought the guy to live with him after his wife died.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So his wife had cancer. She was sick. Mitchell Robinson was going to the hospital all the time, visiting her. Then she passed away. And at the funeral, he said, "You should come live with me in New York." He was like, "Get your head right. You shouldn't be down here by yourself."
This is Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. His old high school coach invites him to live with him. Now they're roommates. This is a freaking
Buddy fest.
a guy who's, he's a young guy in New York City.
Yeah.
Who, what young person
Would
do
that.
you know
Would do that.
Would say, "Hey, basically, Grandpa,
maybe,
come live with
come
me."
But not Grandpa's high school coach.
His high school coach.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty
I mean, I don't know that I would do something like that, honestly.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was awesome. They did a little story on it. If you go on Google and type in Mitchell Robinson high school coach, you'll see it because they were interviewing him and he was telling the story. He was like, "Yeah, at my wife's funeral, he said, you should come live with me and clear your head." No, there's that receiver.
That kid's going to be a number 1 draft pick too.
So I wanted to shout out Mitchell Robinson because I thought that was awesome.
Absolutely. Yes, bravo.
I like
Absolutely.
that.
That's great. That's a feel good story.
It
That's
is a
good stuff.
feel-good
I like
story.
that.
So,
I like that.
these guys are much more than just basketball players, and it shows that he's probably a pretty special dude.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that was on my mind was Detroit Pistons not winning a single game in November. And got to give my Knicks credit. They were the last team to play them. They played them Thursday night, November, I guess that was the 30th, right?
Yes, it was last night.
And they beat them. It wasn't a wide margin of victory, but that really would have sucked if the Pistons were 14-1 in November and they beat the Knicks.
Well, 1-14.
1-14.
That one
sorry.
win is the Knicks.
Yeah, the one win is the Knicks. So I was glad that the Knicks got out of there and kept them for November.
And the Knicks won tonight too. So
And the Knicks won again tonight. But my God.
0-15.
0-15 in a month. That's
hard to do.
how.
That's hard to do.
When's the last time that happened?
I don't know, but that's hard to do.
Like,
Not like it happens every year.
no, not at all.
I don't think it happens every year.
I mean, the Mets almost did it in June.
I mean, I've seen team. Yeah.
Mets were like 6
Patriots.
24.
The Patriots went 0-4 in November. So 'cause they're hitting all kinds of new lows. But as we found out this week when they got the first team to get bumped from Monday Night Football, and your opponent's the world champions.
Here we go. Yeah. Joining the dubious winless month club are the Detroit Pistons.
Dubious.
Detroit started the season. Okay, let me see. So it's saying there's a club. I wonder if they list other.
Not the club you want to be in America. Let's be honest.
Definitely not. I'm not into moral victories. I don't know where that came from. Doesn't make sense. Oh, Detroit tied it with the Knicks at halftime.
That's not a moral victory.
That is nowhere near a moral victory.
There's a whole half to go.
They're allowing 120 points. So let's just look into this futility right now, okay? We did the positive. What's going on with Bo Nix?
He's trying to shake hands at Penix. This is a good moment. These two are both going to be high picks, man. They're both going to be high picks.
I'm sure there's respect
Yeah,
there.
they are. Yeah.
I mean, Bo Nix is a good player.
He is. He's a Heisman candidate, and he played great tonight. He did. He brought him back.
This puts Penix above him, right?
This is the dude, the Patriots. If you're going to move on from Mac Jones, this is the guy you got.
Kenny Mayne. He just shook hands with Kenny Mayne.
You got to draft Penix. 319, 27th against that team. Second time they beat Oregon this year. Second time. Oregon.
Dude, but if that thing gets called a fumble,
it's a game of inches, boys and girls. The two games these two played against each other prove it's a game of inches because they're very evenly matched teams. And Oregon is no joke. They were boat racing people. Since they lost to these guys, they were winning by like 21 points a game on average. They were killing people. So for Washington to beat them twice, that says a lot.
Washington belongs in that playoff.
If Washington is somehow not in this playoff on Monday morning,
well, they're already three. They might move up.
They should move. Well, if the first two win, they won't. If Georgia boat races Alabama, they won't. But still, they got to be in. They can't be out under any circumstance. They cannot be out. They beat that team twice. No.
So what? Oregon will probably drop to like 9 or something like that, or 8.
They were 5, and both their losses are by a total of 6 points to this team. It's
Damn.
13-0. I don't know how far you drop Oregon.
Well,
I think Oregon's actually
just
really
have
good.
to drop.
Yeah, they're going to drop a
spots,
couple of spots. I mean,
maybe 8,
honestly,
9.
we're going to know tomorrow because this is the thing about tomorrow. I hate that you're going out tomorrow because this is a game we should hang out all day. Because Oregon, dude, Oklahoma State and Texas at noon. That's going to. If Texas wins that game, that puts so much pressure on Alabama and Georgia. Because the thing about that is, if say Texas wins this game tomorrow, here's where it gets really interesting. And look,
I just got more stats.
Yeah.
Futility.
Okay, you want to tell them?
Can I?
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt the football.
I mean, well,
This is still 2 cents.
I'm sorry. Yeah, finish the 2 cents. I'm sorry. We went off on a tangent.
Well, because
they won.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, my bad. Finish.
We'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
So the last team to go winless for an entire month. Well, actually, first of all, the Spurs went 1-12 in November.
They still won.
Right.
They
But
still
they
won.
actually managed a worse net rating.
Playing
They had a
3
worse-
games less and
What?
getting a win. Well, they played 12 games, not 15, and they got
played
a
13.
Okay, 13, but they 2 games less, but they got a win. How do they have a worse net rating?
Because they were at minus 13.4 points per.
Oh, they lost by wider margins of
guess so, yeah.
That's okay.
Now, the last team to go winless for an entire month was the 2014-2015 Philadelphia 76ers. And they went winless not in just 1 month, but 3 months
Was that the
year.
team that went 10-72?
It must have been. They
Yeah.
went winless in October, November, and April.
That's a record you don't.
Fuck.
Yeah, they might have been the worst team.
That's when everybody's yelling, trust the process. Holy shit.
That was 8 years ago, 9 years ago. That was before the process, wasn't it? Didn't the process start after that?
I don't think so. I think the process was.
That was 9 years ago. 2014?
I think so, yeah.
I thought it was the process had been 7, 8 years in a row. I thought it started after that because they fired everybody in the fucking. I think it was right after that.
I thought that's when they've been tanking forever.
Well, to me, that was when everything they just cleaned house because that was maybe the worst basketball team in NBA history.
Jeez,
it's one of the 3 worst teams in NBA history. That Philadelphia team.
Their next 6 teams are against top Eastern Conference opponents: the Cavs, Magic, Pacers, Sixers twice, and the Bucks.
So
it's entirely possible that
not-
this streak stretches beyond 20 games.
This is not. Yeah, I don't see them winning any of those games unless somebody's.
So they
majorly-
do have a home game against the Grizzlies. They could win that game. The Grizzlies, well, they still have some players, even though Ja's out. They should beat the Pistons.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, when is how many games are they in? He's 25. How many games have the Grizzlies played now? Are they around 20?
Everybody's around 15, right?
Well, the Celtics are 19. They're 15-4. They're at 19 games.
Okay, so I guess everybody's around 20.
So you
he'll
got
be back in
5
a
or
week
6
so.
games. What's
2
Memphis' record?
I don't know.
They might have 3 wins. They might have 3 wins. I don't think they have. I think they have.
Just
3.
shows how much they need him.
Well, he's a league MVP candidate. He was one of the best 10, and he's another guy you throw in that Olympic team. For Christ's sake, who in international waters is guarding Ja Morant under any conditions? Nobody. All the guys that can guard him would be on his team.
Oh, the Grizzlies actually beat the Mavericks tonight.
So they have 4 wins.
Yeah, so they're 5-13.
5. Wow. All right. Well, maybe they're digging themselves out of
They're
there.
8 under, man.
Dude, if Ja Morant comes back and he's
they'll be
motivated,
in the mix.
they could make a hell of a
They'll
run.
be in
That'd
the
be kind
mix.
of fun to watch. Because I like Ja Morant. I know he's messed up, but I think
He's fun to watch, man.
He's a great player.
He's
he
fun to
really
watch.
is. He's the best little man in the game. He really is. He's only like 6'1", 6'2", and he dunks over 7-footers.
Dallas lost that game. What are they doing?
Dallas doesn't play any defense. They don't play any defense whatsoever. If Kyrie and that guy didn't drop 60 a game between them, they'd lose every fucking game. They just outscore you. They don't stop you. And that's why Dallas is not a threat. And everybody has said it. They can't stop a nosebleed when it matters.
Luka didn't play tonight.
Well, that doesn't help. That's 31 points a game or 30, whatever he's averaging.
Jeff Green was playing.
Not Luka.
Hold on, is that Jeff?
Jeff Journeyman Green.
That might not be Jeff. No, I'm sorry, it's Josh Green.
Still not Luka.
Jay Green.
Still not Luka.
Kyrie only scored 10 tonight.
That's there you go. He's
36 minutes.
How many? What was his
3
shot?
for 15. 0 for 5 from 3.
All right, well, here's the problem. He only took 15 shots and Luka was out of line. He's going to take 25 shots.
Yeah.
Number one. He's their best player when Luka's not on the floor. Why he only took 15, I have no idea.
Yeah, that is
but
strange.
that's strange.
And that's typically not his game.
No,
Did he have a
and
lot of fouls?
Maybe was he in foul trouble?
No, he only had 2 fouls.
He wasn't playing any defense.
5 assists, 5 rebounds.
3 for 50. He should have taken 25 shots.
Yeah.
He needs to take when Luka's out of the line, he's got to shoot 25 times. And again, that's probably. I mean, I'm not saying they win if he does that, but you got to give. He's your best guy without him.
Mm-hmm.
No way your best guy shoots 15 times in a game you're losing.
That's a little bit of a weird one.
Makes no sense. But neither did they.
You see what Zion's been doing?
Yeah, when he plays,
He's starting to play well.
When he's healthy.
Did you see where he was like 10 of 10 from the floor? And he was like 11 of 12 from the free throw line?
He, from a physical standpoint, and what I'm about to say, don't take this the wrong way, but from a physicality standpoint, when he is healthy, he is a 6'7" Charles Barkley. And Barkley was 6'4", for those of you scoring at home, he led the league in rebounding 4 times, and it was a big man's league when he did it. Okay, but this guy, when he's healthy, is a 6'7" Charles Barkley, and he's left-handed. Okay, so that's what he is when he's healthy. So
they beat the Spurs tonight,
mm-hmm.
and here's his stat line. So he had 12 points, but he was a plus 12.
Mm-hmm.
He had 1 block, 7 assists, 4 rebounds.
How many minutes did he play?
26.
Did he take a lot of shots?
4-9.
That's not a lot of shots.
No.
So 12 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds.
But I mean, they have McCollum and Ingram.
Those 2 guys, I'm telling you, they have
minutes.
If he could ever stay healthy, those 3 would be a problem for anybody in the West. Those 3 would be McCollum's a stud, and so is Ingram. He's a Duke guy too. They're both Dukies. Everybody forgets about Ingram because he went down there and then he fell off the earth because they stunk. But him and Zion together,
I forgot they have Alvarado.
Alvarado too.
Remember the guy that used to come and steal?
He's your boy. Yeah, he's on the bench still, right?
Yeah. Well, he was.
Is he starting or is he on the bench?
He had a sprained ankle tonight, so he didn't play.
That dude shifted.
They have Cody Zeller.
Yep, Zeller.
Who he's probably not doing shit, right? Had 2 points.
Off the bench. He's a bench guy.
And Marshall. Who's N Marshall? Najee Marshall. I don't know who that is.
Where's he from? Was it Mississippi? No.
Xavier.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Valanciunas is another guy they got at center.
We're going to go find that game while we're talking to you, America, because why not? There it is right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. This is why.
Dude, let me pull up. I want to pull
up. Dude, look at this!
Holy shit! It's the fourth quarter.
Third quarter. 6 says the whole fourth quarter to go.
It's beautiful.
This might be another drink.
Yeah, there's no Pinnacle.
It's Christmas.
You think this might be a drink and some pizza? Shit.
Hold on. No, don't do that. No pizza. No. Bad enough. No pizza.
See, that's my game.
That's your game because you say fuck it.
Oh man, I've been
dude,
saying fuck it for too long.
You know what would be good with this?
Triple sec?
Yeah, you never had this?
I mean, I've had triple sec, but it usually goes in a drink.
You can. It's a liqueur. It's a liquor.
Dude, how much?
That is 15% by alcohol.
You think it'd go good in the melon?
I think it would.
Yeah.
I think it would. What do you think, America? Should we try it?
With a half a shot of Pinnacle?
I'm telling you, there's no Pinnacle left. We're out of it.
Oh, there's not? I thought we had like a half a shot left.
We can have that.
We could split that. I think a half a shot each.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can have
it's a half a shot each.
We'll try. We'll see. We need ice, though, right? We need ice, America. Anyway.
So like, 2 cents is over. Let's talk about.
Well, we were talking about the college football.
Yeah, let's talk about what's his face.
See, here's the thing. And Paul Feinbaum, who I'm a big fan of. Paul, I love you.
You're a big fan of Paul Feinbaum?
I am, because he knows his football. I respect guys that do their. He actually does his research.
Well, I mean, it's his life.
No, but he actually does it. There are guys that don't, and it pisses me off. Are you gonna? Don't no, not that one. I got another one. No, because that'll kill that faster than a fucking. I have another charger in the house. I'll get it.
Well, can you hold that side of it?
You gotta push it back.
Okay, that's it.
You cannot kill the source.
I want to look at the box score for Penix.
Let me get you a charger. Anyway, we're gonna take a break.
Hold on. Let me go through the box score.
He was 27 to 39 for 319 and a touchdown.
You fuck.
What? That's my job.
I know, but we hadn't talked about it on here yet.
Well, we talked about Dozer. What did Dozer do? Check out Dozer's stats.
So you're right. Penix 20. Yeah, you had said that. You're right. 1 TD, 1 pick.
Yep.
Dylan Johnson.
Dozer.
He was actually 2 for 2 for 5 yards, and he threw a touchdown.
He threw a touchdown.
Dylan Johnson threw a touchdown.
Dozer. And what did he run for?
Let's see. Rushing, Dylan Johnson, 28 for 152 and 2 scores.
Dozer.
He's a monster.
I told you they were
He's a
NFL.
monster.
That team, and he saw them tonight. They are
That
NFL
line.
big. The line.
That line.
And so they're like Michigan. Michigan and Georgia, those three are like NFL. They're those guys.
Now let's look at the receivers.
Oh, yeah. The kid Onse.
So,
Adunze.
His name's Rome Adunze. That's a pretty sweet name.
Patriots.
8 catches for $102.
He's solid.
Averaging 12.8 a catch.
Against that defense.
Jalen McMillan,
Yeah.
9 catches for $131.
I'm telling you.
And then he's got
that team has draft picks
Jalen
everywhere.
Polk, who had 5 catches for 57 yards. He was spreading it out.
Yeah.
And then
how many guys caught passes?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. This is a college quarterback.
Yeah.
9.
And then he threw a touchdown to Gurmy Bernard, who
Yep.
who is that? Is that a tight end?
Tight end. He's a tight end. He caught it. Remember that was the fake pass we rolled out, hit him in the flat?
Well, no, there was 2 to different. I'm trying to see what.
He had one guy on a dump down.
That was Quentin Moore.
That was him. He was one tight end.
God damn. Fuckers. Sophomore 6'1". Oh. So Gurmy Bernard is actually a wideout.
Okay.
Now,
Yes.
what's the other kid's name? Quentin Moore
Yeah.
was the tight end. That was the one that put it away.
Oh, they put it away.
basically.
Yeah. Well, no, it didn't because Oregon came right back and
Should have put it away.
Fastest. That was like cheetah fast. It was
Yeah.
36 seconds without a timeout.
Now let's look at box score for Oregon.
Yeah.
So
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was 21 of 34 for 239, 3 TDs and a pick. I mean, that's a good game.
Against Washington?
Yeah,
that's a good game. Yeah.
He also rushed for 69 yards on 6
Bo Nix is
carries.
legit. Bo Nix is legit. I'm not saying if the Pats got him, I'd be mad about it. He's legit. I would prefer Penix, but if they got Bo Nix, I wouldn't be that
But
upset.
look at the difference. I mean,
To me, you're right. To me, though,
what?
Penix, to me, I think I don't know how big Bo Nix is, but Penix to me, 6'3", left-handed, mobile, smart. He's resilient. He's a leader. He looks like a leader.
Yeah, he
he just
does.
looks like a guy that nothing phases him. And you of all the talents you want in a quarterback, leadership is the biggest one. That's what made Tom Brady great. He's the best leader I've ever seen. And this guy reminds me of him.
See, Oregon didn't have any skilled players with like an eye-popping game.
No.
So Bo Nix was their leading rusher at 69 yards.
Bo Nix is a Heisman candidate.
Okay, so he was their leading rusher.
Yeah.
Their leading receiver had 68 yards. So nobody really had a standout skill game.
Yeah.
I guess Bo Nix was kind of like
Bo Nix was the guy.
he was the guy.
He was the
yeah.
guy. 300 yards of offense. Almost, right? About almost 300. What, 234 passing? Is that what you said?
239 passing, 69 rushing.
So 300 yards of offense out of him alone.
That's pretty good,
That's
right
pretty
there.
damn good. So, yeah, he's legit. And Oregon's legit.
Yeah, one guy, 1 catch, 63 yards and a score. That must have been the one,
Yeah.
the 30-second touchdown.
Unbelievable.
He just went
That was.
nuts.
I can't believe the Washington defense just fucking fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, they almost gave that game
They
away.
literally
They're
almost
going to
gave
need
it
to tighten
away.
that up because whoever they're playing in the playoff,
Yeah. Well, I got news for you. Oregon might be better than some of these teams. Oregon's offense can.
Let's
they can
do that.
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say the team. You tell me if Oregon's better.
Okay.
Oregon. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? He needs another drink. Maybe,
Okay,
maybe
my apologies.
we should go find Joe Bull and Yoda and Betty right
My
now. They'll straighten
apologies.
him out.
First name, Georgia.
No.
They're not better than Georgia.
Nope.
Okay. LSU.
Yes.
Better than LSU.
Yes.
Who's 4 right now?
4 is Florida State, and they are better than
They're
Florida.
better than Florida
They're
State.
better than
Well, but Florida State's
Well,
gonna fall
if
back.
Florida State's quarterback was there, I don't know. If that kid's a Heisman candidate, if Florida State's quarterback is there, they're kind of neck and neck. I put them in Florida State. If Florida State's fully healthy, I think they're even. Those two, I think, are even.
Okay. Let's see.
Because Florida State, with that kid, went into LSU and beat LSU convincingly. Okay? So,
Where's the goddamn top 10? I mean, just give me the top 10.
I can tell you the top 10. You got Louisville is 10. Okay.
Oregon's better than Louisville.
Oregon's better than Louisville. You've got Alabama's 8.
I already said Alabama.
Oh, you said Georgia.
No, you said they.
You said
I'm
Georgia
sorry, not
and Florida.
Alabama. I'm
Florida
sorry,
State is
LSU.
LSU.
Are they better than Alabama?
Yes, they are. Oregon's better than Alabama. Yeah,
Yowzers.
I think they are. Because the quarterback in Alabama is not as good as Bo Nix. Not even close. He's come on as the years gone on, but he's not Bo Nix.
Who is that? Mill?
Yeah, Mills. He's
something?
he's talented, but he is not in Bo Nix's category. Not even close. Not even close to him. No. And I think the rest of the skill positions are pretty much even. The quarterback has an overwhelming advantage for Oregon. It's overwhelming because Bo Nix is a Heisman finalist. That kid is not.
Is Oregon better than Michigan?
That's a good question.
I don't think
they are because Michigan from the total roster, their roster, it's them, Georgia, and Washington. I think have the three best rosters.
Yeah, I feel like they're built.
I think
more like
those three, and I said NFL. You look at their lines; they look NFL. The three of them, those three schools to me are from a talent perspective are a step above everybody else.
Okay, how about? So you said they're better than Alabama.
Alabama, they're
better than Texas. I haven't really watched much Texas.
Texas went into Alabama and won by 10. That's Alabama's only loss. I'm going to say no because Texas went into Alabama and won by 10. I think Oregon can do that, but Texas actually did it. So, and this is the problem. If Texas wins tomorrow and Alabama wins tomorrow, what do you do? And I know what I would do. The SEC is out on its all-powerful ass. I put Texas in. Say the first two win. Okay, say Georgia beats Alabama.
Alabama's above Texas right now. That's what makes that tough.
Yeah, but the thing is, Texas's one loss is at a ranked team at Oklahoma in the last 10 seconds. They lost by 3. That's their only loss on the road by 3 to a ranked team who's got 2 losses. Okay, and their losses are to ranked opponents. So I think with this thing, it's head to head. That's the first thing you do is head to head. If it comes down, if Texas and Alabama both win, Texas goes before Alabama. You can't put Alabama in there ahead of Texas if they both win because Texas
both be 12-1 and Texas beat them.
Beat them on their field. Yeah. You can't do that.
But why aren't they rated above them now?
Because the loss, even though it's a ranked opponent on the road, they're ranked.
It's a worse loss.
It's a worse loss technically. But it's a ranked team on the road who's your rival in the last 10 seconds.
Head-to-head with that team.
Yeah, I'm just that's a ranked team too. I mean,
all right. So how about are they better than Ohio State? I feel like they could play with Ohio State.
They can beat Ohio State. Yeah. Notre Dame should have beaten Ohio State. If Notre Dame's coach didn't poop down his pants, they would have beaten them. Yeah,
last
2 plays of the end.
10 men on the field.
2 plays in a row. That's fucking embarrassing. That's fireable.
That is horrible.
That's fucking fire. 2 plays in a row. It's fucking fireable. And Notre Dame's a good team. Don't get me wrong, but Notre Dame should be 10-2 or 11-1. That coach cost them 2 or 3 games because their quarterback was legit, and so was their defense. But I would say Oregon is better than Notre Dame and Ohio State. Notre Dame is like 12.
Definitely better than Notre Dame.
Notre Dame should have beat Ohio State.
I know, but Notre Dame's
because of their coach, not their talent.
They're poopers.
Their coach is a pooper.
They're poopers.
The quarterback's going to be a first-round draft pick. The tight end's going to be a first-round draft pick. And half of that defense is going to get drafted. Their defense, Notre Dame has a top 5 defense in the country. They do. Only 4 teams have broke 20 points in them all year. Louisville is one of them. And it was at Louisville.
All right, so I guess we went through all the teams that are better than Oregon. There's nobody else, right?
Nope.
Nobody further down that list.
If they had beaten Washington, they'd have been in this playoff. And they should have been. If they had beaten Washington.
Is that Grayson Allen on Phoenix?
Yep. He comes off their bench.
Randall was 20-10-9 tonight.
Yep. 20-10-9. Yeah, the kid can play. When his head is screwed on right, he's an all-star.
Yeah, it's funny. I've completely shifted now. Actually, maybe I haven't completely shifted, but because I said this the other night, the solution is not getting rid of Julius Randle for the Knicks.
No, you got to find a way.
Yeah, you may have to do some things you don't like.
It's honestly, I know you're going to laugh when I say this, but it's that simple. You change your offense. You run a motion offense where if you want, you get more movement off the ball. You said it yourself. The reason they struggle is because they're in the half court. They're too predictable. You know what's coming. They get away with it because they got 3 20-point scorers. Yeah. That's why they get away with it. But they're not going to beat an elite team doing that.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're winning games, so it's hard to look at them and go, "Oh, you stink." That's not what it is.
Because of those 3, they can win 50 to 55 games like that. But they will not beat the Celtics. They won't beat the Bucks. Yeah. They won't beat the Nuggets, and they won't beat the Timberwolves. Those are the 4 top teams.
The Suns.
They won't beat. I don't know if they'll beat the Suns because the Suns have Durant. They have 3 better.
The Suns just beat them without 2 of their main guys.
Because Booker, Durant, and Beal are better than those 3. They are. Booker, Durant, and Beal are better than Brunson,
Grayson Allen,
R.J. Barrett. Yeah, Grayson Allen. Yeah.
Look, lefty mouth.
Grayson Allen can play. He's a prick, but he can play.
Is KD on the court?
Not at the moment.
You sure he played tonight?
Yeah, he's been playing.
Okay. Who's that guy with the dreads? That's not Jordan, is it?
I don't know, but here comes Grayson again.
It's not DeAndre Jordan.
Oh!
No.
Oh!
Who the fuck was that?
I don't know. You just came right in your living room. Damn.
That's not DeAndre Jordan, right?
Look, just under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in Phoenix. It is Phoenix 98, Denver 98. We have another Donnie in the Brook. That's why I love this show. Another Donnie in the Brook. At the Dagobah. But
We should be pouring another drink.
it'd be nice. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back for the end of this. And we're going to break down this playoff because we didn't go through all the teams. Because there are scenarios here beyond that one that gets fucked up. Because, again, there's 5 scenarios here that all are plausible.
And tonight, you're right, Kevin Durant is playing. He passed Karl Malone.
Yep.
On the scoring.
No, Moses Malone.
Moses,
who's great. Moses is a 3.
But is Carl's like
Number
3?
3 or 4.
Okay.
He's 3. He's up there. He's
Moses
2. No, he's
Malone.
3. Yeah, it's
You know where he went to high school?
It's LeBron, it's Kareem, and it's Moses. It's Karl.
You know where Moses Malone went to high school?
No.
Petersburg, which is like 35, 40 minutes south of
See,
here.
he never saw him. Moses Malone is a 3-time league MVP and 2-time world champion, and no one talks about him. Okay? And his battles with Jabbar and Parrish are legendary. When Philly, that 83 Philly team, it was him and Dr. J. And that Philly team has the best postseason record ever. They were like 15-1 in the postseason.
Petersburg High School.
Yeah.
When I worked for a newspaper in Petersburg called the Progress Index. I used to cover the Petersburg High School
I'm going to make a drink.
high school basketball games. And one time I was there, and the Virginia Tech coach was there scouting somebody. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. We're going to make a drink. Segment 4, end of this game, and we're going to break down the rest of this college football playoff.
Moses Malone.
We'll see you in 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Petersburg High School to
4 minutes.
50 consecutive victories and 2 state championships. Yowzes.
And no one talks
That's called
about
running shit.
it. Moses was a bad, bad, bad man. Okay? But we will see you guys on the other side. Segment 4. There'll be a segment 4. We got to see the end of this Donnie and then break down this college football playoff. These games tomorrow are outstanding. Outstanding day of football tomorrow, America.
Jokic only has 14.
What's the rest of his stats?
13 assists. Whew.
Yeah, that's Jokic.
Only got 4 rebounds.
Yeah, that's where he's not Larry Bird. Anyway, he's close. But not quite Larry Joe. He's not quite Larry Joe yet, America. Anyway, we'll be right back.